Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We are of course now in the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen. If you haven't seen the previous episode, make sure to go and check it out. It was a bit of a longer one, but go back, check that so that this makes a little bit more sense. But you can see we're currently in 5th, only 4 points now outside of the top 4, and that is our aim come the end of the season. We just need to make sure we get back into the Champions League again for next year. So starting off today, we've got a big game against FSV Mainz, who are just below us in the league. So quite a big game, but I'm feeling confident. The squad that we've put together in quite a short period of time is very good. So yeah, looking forward to this. Let's jump straight in and get another big victory after the 2 in the previous episode. All right, then here we go. Another big game in the Bundesliga. We've been brought in to do a job, and that is return Leverkusen back to the Champions League. Struggled this season with the previous regime. I've been brought in, and it's time for us to get the job done. Jesus round the corner to Bowen. Timo Werner back in Germany now. Nice little drag back, finds Gabriel Jesus. Looking for Werner, who nearly gets there. What ball that was by Jesus. Oh, Mitchell Bakker does brilliantly there to win it back, and Bukayo Saka's picked it up. Gets it back from Yuri Tielemans. Bukayo Saka goes for the dink. Oh, it's just wide. Not created much in this first half. It's been a tricky game against Mainz. You can see why they are where they are in the table. We've just struggled to create anything so far. Maybe a chance just to lift it into the box here. How Torres will swing it to the edge. That is maybe the best free kick routine of all time. It's gone in. Oh my lord. I mean, Ruben Neves is known for a screamer. He doesn't score many, but when they do go in, they're generally worldies. That free kick was horrendous from me. I'm so bad at all sorts of set pieces. Saka wins it. Knocks it down to Neves. He just leathers one from the edge of the box. It had crossed the line, and we do have a lead just before the break. Ridiculous strike from Ruben Neves. See Werner on the move. This is why Timo Werner's been brought in. Absolutely electric. Neves again. Ruben Neves. This time it's pushed wide by the keeper. Still looking for an equaliser here, Mainz. Ball played inside to Dominic Kor. Now Fulgini. Should be won by Gerhi, but isn't. It's a penalty. That is clumsy from the Englishman. Comes across and should win the ball. Does he get a little bit of the ball? I think it probably is the right decision. Pinamonti. Oh, nearly saved by Ilhan Melier. Went the right way, but Pinamonti brings Mainz back on level terms. Keeper moves one way and then goes back the other, so can't get across. It is a good penalty from Pinamonti, but with 5 to play, we're pegged back to 1-1. Now Tielemans loses out. Mainz have got the feeling they might be able to find a second here. Neves isn't going to get there. Hitaran. Shot comes in. I don't believe it. What a strike that is. And Mainz have won it late on. We were a goal up with 5 to play, and we've completely thrown it away. Brilliant build-up. Missed a couple of challenges, and then I think it's Hitaran. Not sure how you pronounce it. Outside of the left boot. Brilliant strike. Past the dive of Melier. And we are going to lose. It's going to be our first loss. There you go. As Leverkusen manager. Last kick of the game. And that moves Mainz within a point of us. Not the way we wanted to start off the episode. I mean, they genuinely only had 2 shots the entire game. We absolutely battered them. We didn't have many clear-cut chances, but we definitely had enough to win. That is frustrating, but just one of those games. On to the next one. It's Stuttgart, and I think we must finally be at home now. Alright then guys, finally it is time for my first home game at the Bayer Arena. We've been waiting for this one. We've had 3 away games on the bounce, and now finally we can get into our first game at home. It is snowing, so make of that what you will. Such a lovely stadium in the game as well, the Bayer Arena. Looking forward to this. Need to bounce back after that disappointing result in the last game. We've made one change to the side with Ryan Sessegnon coming in on the left-hand side ahead of Jared Bowen. Tielemans now to Bakker. Sessegnon. Jesus keeps it alive. Yuri Tielemans, run of Werner. Timo Werner against Stuttgart. I believe, if I'm correct, that is Timo Werner's former team. I'm fairly sure that he played for Stuttgart at some point in his career before moving to Leipzig. Back in Germany with Leverkusen, back amongst the goals as well. Took that brilliantly as it just set up for him. Bends it into that top corner. And Timo does it against his former team for his first goal at Leverkusen. Now it's Tielemans into Jesus. Werner into Tielemans again. Back to Timo Werner at the double. This is why we signed this man. He's got it all. If you can get him firing, and he quite often does when playing in Germany, especially playing in a front two. We saw it at Leipzig before coming to Chelsea, and we've seen it again since he's gone back to RB Leipzig. He just loves playing in the Bundesliga. Saka into Neves. Now it's Jesus. Round the corner for Sessegnon. Oh, what a strike. And this is why we've moved him further forward. We're at it again. We had an off game against Mainz. But this team loves scoring goals. Jesus holding it up as he does in that sort of centre forward role. Plays it across into Sessegnon, who on his weaker right foot lets fly. And that is an absolute rocket into that far corner. He's got the pace, surely, Bukayo Saka. Cuts back inside. Across to Werner. Great save by the keeper. Not sure he knew a huge amount about it. Werner probably should have had his hat-trick. Now Werner looking to repay the favour to Jesus. Back to Werner. Falls to Tielemans. Wow, what an effort that was. Pushed behind by the keeper. We've got 2 long shot specialists. Corner played into Pau Torres over the top, but a dominant first half display from Bayer Leverkusen here. First home game at the Bayer Arena, and we're making a real statement here. Oh, it's a poor ball. Neves wins the header. It's Werner looking to get away. Timo Werner. It's a hat-trick. What a finish that is again from Timo. It's 4-0. We've scored 4 in 3 of our 4 games here at Bayer Leverkusen. And this time it could get even worse. Neves with the corner. Werner's up again. Falls to He lays it back to Saka, pushed over the top by the keeper. Now it'll be Bukayo from the other side. Into Gerhi, it's 5. We've seen that combination before, and we're running riot here at the Bayer Arena. Sessegnon, Tielemans, Sessegnon, Jesus, Duarte, Jesus once again. Timo wants another. Timo gets another. It's 6 here for Leverkusen. I love the Bundesliga, man. It is so much fun. 6-0 to Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, poor from Bella Kotchap. Oh, that'll be a penalty. Yep, penalty as I tried to dive and make the block. The keeper actually made the save. That's my fault, that. It's another pen. And this time Melier does save. The clean sheet is still intact. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a resounding 6-0 victory in my first game at the Bayer Arena. And this is why Leverkusen wanted to bring me in as manager. Attacking, free-flowing football as Frankfurt lose at home to Augsburg. That will be a massive boost for our top 4 hopes. Alright then guys, so after that resounding victory against Stuttgart in the league, we're turning our attention back to the Europa League, which of course is a competition we've already won before, so not a major priority this year. Our sole priority is to get into the top 4 in the Bundesliga. So as always, we will be simming and we will bring you the goals as and when they go in. Like right now. 1-0, Sadio Mane. I've won the ball high up the pitch. It's played inside to RDT against his former team. And he makes it 2, and that might just send us through. That will be enough. It's a 2-0 aggregate lead going into the reverse leg, of course, being at home at the Bayer Arena. And I'm feeling pretty confident that we'll be able to get through that with ease. Alright then guys, bit of transfer news. Sadiq Fofana, one of the players that we were just trying to get off the books, has left. Sadiq Fofana will be off in the summer transfer window. He played a few games before I got here, but never going to get in the team for me. Nowhere near good enough compared to the other players that we've got at the club. Alright then guys, back to matters in the league. Our sole focus, or our primary focus, to close out this season. A couple of changes to the lineup just to keep everyone fresh, including a debut for Silky İlkay Gündoğan. I say that as he gets absolutely chopped down. Yellow card for the Bielefeld man, but yeah, I think definitely going forward, looking at transfers in the summer, could be a chance here. I couldn't get the ball through. I definitely want to get some legs into that midfield. We've got Neves, we've got Gündoğan, Tielemans. They're all good technically, but we've got no legs in that midfield, so that's where we'll be looking at improving. But obviously, before we get to the summer, we've got the small matter of closing out this season, and then the the World Cup with England as well. So lots of work to be done before we even think about any transfers. Here's Bowen early on, looking for Jesus, swept up by the keeper. Deuce. Neves might fancy another long ranger. Good save by the keeper. Scored that worldie against Mainz, did Neves. He's on the corner as well. Good ball in and flicked over by Robin Gerson's getting the start in this one. Couple of early half chances for Leverkusen. As we look to build down this right hand side, Baku into Bukayo Saka. We know that he's got the pace. Bukayo looking to drill it across, might fall to Werner. Important stop by the keeper that with his legs. Neves picks it up, goes for another long ranger. It's not far over. I love his long shots. It's so good having someone with good long shots in the team. You never really saw this with anyone at Atleti or at Roma. It's only a couple of inches over the top. Gündoğan, good pressing at his tender old age. Here's Gündoğan again. Now he can pop up with a goal as well. Werner back to İlkay. Gündoğan hits it. Decent save. Although he's not looked particularly convincing, the keeper. I think we might need to try and test him a little bit more. We'll come out to Bukayo Saka on the edge of the box. I think that took a deflection. It didn't. It's over. As Frankfurt go a goal down there. Would be huge if we can find a goal. Saka looking for Werner. Timo Werner. Oh, it's wide of the post. Great chance to give us the lead. Are we going to find a late winner, or are we going to concede late on again as we did against Mainz? Ball inside there. Very physical in that front line. Reverse ball. Brilliant save, Melier. And Pau Torres can clear out to Sessegnon. Daka. Good football this. Werner can't get the ball through to Bukayo, and that'll do it. It's a 0-0 here at the Bayer Arena. Not quite what the home fans were looking for after our first game in front of them. That 6-0 win. But fair play to Bielefeld. We couldn't break them down. They were very, very solid, and they come away with a very credible point here. So we've just had a bid here for Stefan Savic, and we are outside the transfer window, but of course, like we did with Fofana, there's no reason why we can't try and shift him on. I've offered 10.5. I'm not sure I'm going to get a lot more than that. We'll ask for 11.5. Come back with 10.5. And do you know what? It's market valuation. He's 35 years old. I'll take that for him. Get his wages off the club books as well. Right then, guys, time for the second leg here against Rayo Vallecano. We have made a few changes, although we've still got a strong team out there. With this 2-0 aggregate lead, I would expect us to have enough to get through the tie, so fingers crossed we can. Although there is a chance here early on as Vallecano nearly take a lead. And we'll bring you all the goals as and when they go in. Like straight away. Randy and Tekka with the goal to pull one back for them instantly. And maybe the bottle is on. Duarte. Oh, great build-up. It's 1-1. It's Sadio Mane. That may well just be enough to kill off the tie. Late corner for Leverkusen. Whipped in and gathered by the keeper. And that will do it. It's a 1-1 draw on the night. And we go through 3-1 on aggregate. Pretty happy to progress and keep our Europa League run going. We now have Schalke in the league to close out the episode. So we'll jump into that one before ending off potentially with the Europa League draw. Right then, as I say, guys, one more game to close out the episode. It's a trip to the beautiful Veltins Arena, where we're looking to get back to winning ways. Oh god, that is not a good start. Mark Gurhey does well, and we'll look to bring it away here. We've got quite an attacking side out there. Here's Sadio Mane into Gabriel Jesus. Look to square it to Mane. Probably one pass too many from us there. Looking to get back to winning ways. Pretty good build up this from Schalke. Oh, turn away from Mark Gurhey. Can't bring him down and does. Mark Gurhey with the second penalty he's given away in the episode. Said he can't bring him down. What does he do? Sticks out a leg and the man goes over. I think it's Fabio Silva over it. Sends Melia the wrong way. And we're a goal down inside 10 minutes at the Veltins. I have to say, Mark Gurhey's been a decent player for us in the short time that we've been here, but does feel like he's a little bit of a liability. Here's Saka. Jesus comes to Mane on the edge. Good save by the keeper. But as I was saying with Gurhey, just feels like he's a little bit of a liability defensively at times. That'll come back out to Bukayo Saka. Cleared away. We will recycle the ball to Timo Werner though with the shot. Held on to by the goalkeeper Para. Need to get back into this game sharpish. Here comes Schalke again looking for Fabio Silva. Well intercepted by Pau Torres. Man we know very well from our time in Spain. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Tielemans through to Jesus. Hits it, deflected and in. We will take that all day long. Gabriel Jesus, who I believe is our top goal scorer, potentially for the whole season, but definitely in the league this season. Nice little 1-2 with Yuri Tielemans. Deflected and beats the keeper. He's quite unfortunate. Reminds me of a goal we scored with Tommaso Pobega, I think in our previous season at Roma. Deflected off the defender and in, but we are back on level terms in a game that we really have to find a win. It's intercepted by Bukayo Saka. Now he can bring it forward. Mane, brilliant ball over the top to Jesus. Takes it in his stride. Jesus, what a finish, and we've turned the game on its head just like that. Gabby Jesus once again. Brilliant from Saka and then by Mane. A goal that is potentially, you could say, made in the Premier League. Brilliant ball over the top by Sadio Mane. That's why he's in the team. We've moved him and Gabriel Jesus, changed their roles over for this one. And it's working wonders. There's Tielemans with him. Now it's Bukayo Saka in support. Pulls it back looking for Tielemans. Great piece of defending. Neves with the corner into Timo Werner. It's 3. We've moved his position as well out to the left for this one, and he comes up with a goal now as well. And within half an hour, the game is turned on its head. Loads of goals in this one again. There seems to be a hell of a lot of goals in the Bundesliga. I love it. Gehi with the foul again. There will be a late free kick here for Schalke. Linger is over it. Not sure if he's going for goal. He is. It's held on to by Melier, and that will wrap up a first half with 4 goals and lots of action. We're in the driving seat, just got to see it out now and get the 3 points. Good foot in, Mane into Jesus for the hat-trick. What a save that is. Maybe had a little bit more time, but took it early on the volley, Jesus, and actually gets it down into the corner. What a save. Neves' delivery into Werner again, and once again the keeper, Para, with an acrobatic save. Werner again, Para again. It's just a battle between these two to try and get on the score sheet. Para trying to keep him out, ball in again, and this time it's over the top by Robin at Gersons. Taking in his stride, sends his man to the floor. Mane, Werner, brilliant build-up, and Sadio Mane slams it home. What a great goal. Brilliant build-up by Werner. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I am actually training him to potentially play out on the left. Did, of course, score a hat-trick in that game against Stuttgart, but I think he could be a real asset out on the left-hand side with that pace cutting in. He's obviously played out there a little bit before, but mainly plays through the middle. But we have got so many options up front. I think it may be worth trying to train him to play naturally out on the left. Here's Fabio Silva again for the home side. Goes for goal from range, and Melier has to parry it behind. Not particularly convincing from him. Musa's corner should be cleared at the near, and is. Bacca doesn't get there. Torres' clearance is poor. It's kept alive. Fabio Silva makes it 4-2. Poor from Mitchell Bacca down the left-hand side. And, well, it's a consolation. Fabio Silva does have 2, but it won't be enough. It's a 4-2 victory for Leverkusen, and we're amongst the goals once again. We can't find the draw for the Europa League in the news article section. I believe it has been made, so we'll go and have a look who that is together. I have no idea yet who we will face. So as we open up the Europa League, it will be West Ham of England. So I didn't actually realise the Vallecano game was, of course, in the preliminary round. So this is the round of 16. God, the Europa League has so many fucking games. Still a couple of big teams in here, so if we are going to win it again, we're going to have to face some decent teams. If we end the episode off just by having a look at the Bundesliga table, we have now jumped up into 4th place, which is good to see. I do think that we can get there. We made such a red-hot start, and Frankfurt seemed to be bottling it, to be perfectly honest. Whether we can catch the 3 teams above us, I'm not so sure. We start off the next episode with Borussia Dortmund, which is an absolutely massive game. But that will do it for today's video, guys. I hope to catch you very soon for the next episode, which will include that big game against first place Dortmund. Peace.